Welcome to Aztecs Now. It was not easy, but it was close, that's for sure. Playing the 18th rated team in the nation, and the Aztecs, and I've seen some BYU games against the Aztecs way back when, including the 63-14 famous game back in 1979. This was a much closer game. Yes, this was a winnable game, but the boys did not get it done. Simple as that. And BYU, in terms of their offense and their balance with passing and running, these guys showed why they were 18th in the nation and why they came in here with only one loss. That was to Florida State, a team that had beaten Oklahoma. So based on that, let us look here at these highlights of the ball game, and there were plenty of Aztec highlights. Vincent Brown, again, open. He caught one for 45. He caught one for 41. He caught one for 37. He was simply sensational. And DeMarco Sampson, this is so good to see this guy play like this, because he missed 2 years with a bad foot. Hadn't played last year since 05, and actually caught a touchdown against San Jose State in 05. Now this is his first of this year. This is his second of his career, and it's good to see DeMarco healthy. Here's the end around. Austin Amulo. And coming on back here, this young freshman, Preston King. That's smart play, man. You come back for the ball like that, that helps. And Austin Amulo, in case you're wondering, yes, he played some high school football, and he played some quarterback, as well as defensive end and wide receiver, both in the state of Washington and in Mesa, Arizona, for his final year before he came to the Aztecs. So we pick it up here again. And Ryan Lindley, in rhythm, just really throwing well. Look at the separation here at the end. DeMarco Sampson, I mentioned, who had not, the kid from Chula Vista. Castle Park had not had a touchdown this year. Well, by golly, he has 2 now. And the Aztecs are in this thing big time. That's in the third quarter. Third quarter. And the Cougars are still looking. Who's got number 80? Who's got number 80? Nobody, as it turned out, with Vincent Brown. And now here, Austin Amulo threw one. Now Austin Amulo catches one. And they look at the score right there. They were right there. The Aztecs got this ball late in the ball game with about 7 minutes left, and they were a touchdown down. And give BYU credit, they made sure they won the game, winning by 10, as you know. With a welcome to head coach Brady Hoke of the Aztecs. And I don't want to disagree with you, because you're an incredibly large human being, and I don't want you to have one of those old linebacker flashbacks from Ball State. But you said you were embarrassed. But having, like I mentioned, so many games, Brady, that were so lopsided, that were over after 3 possessions, 21-0. Aztec fans are not disappointed in how you played. They're disappointed in not getting a win. But I don't think you were really embarrassed. But I know from your coaching standpoint, you mentioned that you thought you were.
Well, we were. I mean, and, you know, you play the game to win. And when you don't win, you know, that's you didn't accomplish your goals. You didn't set out to finish the game like we wanted to. And you know, we didn't play well on the defensive side of the ball. And when you don't tackle well, I mean, you look at their third down conversions, and then offensively, we dropped 4 balls on third downs that could have kept the chains moving. And so, you know, you've got an opportunity there, Ted, and when you don't take advantage of those opportunities, or you don't make plays when you should make plays, it is embarrassing.
You know, Brady, I wondered about Ryan Lindley, having seen the games and broadcast the games on radio last year, and thought his rhythm and his timing, I didn't know if it was the hand injury. You said it, he said it was not. But I thought yesterday it looked like Ryan of last year, in rhythm and really looking like the game, as they say, it slowed down for him.
Well, I think you know, as he progresses in the offense, I think that happens. And you also look at, you know, our receivers, I thought did a nice job of really running good routes, disciplined routes, and getting some separation on the secondary of BYU. And we had some balls that were thrown down the field, so our protection was good. So there's a combination of things there. But I thought Ryan was in rhythm. I thought he looked comfortable.
And we talked last week about, you know, Vincent Brown. He's going to get doubled now. He's become, Brady, not just in the conference, one of the best in the nation, but now we saw other guys out there, and we've seen it with Roberto Wallace, now with DeMarco Sampson. Brandon Sullivan can get out of the backfield. I think now you're really distributing to the point of making people have to really wonder, and not just account for number 80. I got to account for these other guys.
Well, and that's one thing I think we're fortunate. You know, you've got some guys who are athletic, and DeMarco and Roberto and Alston coming out and catching some balls. So I think we're fortunate to have that. I think, you know, Dominic Sanford's a guy who's going to start playing more and more for us because of some of the good things that he does. So, you know, I think that helps, obviously, take some of the pressure off of always looking for Vincent. And I think, you know, when you look at the offense, you know, some of the Wildcat stuff and some of the things that Al did, you know, with the offense, they were very effective.
No, I thought the board just play calling and the rhythm of Lindley, they certainly went together, and they were absolutely terrific. And we talked about Vincent Brown, not to do our daily Vincent Brown highlight segment, but I know you're not getting tired of it out there. That was the plan really to try to distribute it, or was it just based on what they did once the game started defensively?
Well, you always have a plan going in, and then you base it off of what defensively what they're going to give you. And obviously we'd like to run the ball more and do some better things there, but when the play action game and Ryan, being on target, it only takes one or two of those deep balls to loosen the defense up a little bit. And so when we were able to do that, I think more things for other people happened.
The drop passes must be driving you nuts. And these are good, skilled people. Scouts tell me the same thing, but they're dropping balls.
Well, yeah, and that's frustrating to them. It's frustrating to those San Diego State fans out there, and I guarantee it's frustrating to their coaches. But, again, Ted, these are 18 to 23 years old. Do we expect them to make every catch? There's no question, but we just got to secure the ball better and do a better job of looking it in. And I think on a couple of them, we were worried about running, instead of securing the football. So we've got to work on that.
With Coach Hoke and Aztecs Now, we'll preview this Colorado State team that comes in here. Kind of a interesting club. They got blown out by TCU, but they've had some close games. And then later on, Aztec basketball. People are talking a lot about Aztec basketball, including Beth Burns' team that went to the NCAAs last year, and people think are better this year and rated in the top 25 by some publications. That as we continue here shortly with Aztecs Now.